Megan Hicks of I Run Far. I'm with Hayden Hawks. It's the day after the 2022 Western States Endurance Run. You're the men's second place finisher.
Yeah, pretty happy about that. It's definitely an improvement on last year. So I feel really good about being able to, improve my time, but also my place. And it was a good day. It was good till it wasn't. So, yeah.
You must feel good though, like moving up from 8th place to 2nd place, improving your time by so much. It sounds like we were talking off camera that it was a little bit difficult for you at the end, but maybe less difficult than the end last year?
It was probably actually about the same.
Okay.
But maybe I just had experience being able to fight through the hard time. I don't know what it is, but like the last 2 years, right at around 12 hours in, so right around the river, maybe it's because of the heat, I don't know. But I start getting like really dizzy and just don't feel very good at all. And so I have to really fight through a section. And this year it lasted for about 2 hours. Last year it went on for the rest of the race and I couldn't get through it. But this year, for about 2 hours, I just felt really, really bad and dizzy and like I couldn't do nothing. And then I puked a few times, and all of a sudden I started feeling decent and was able to at least run in the last hour and a half or so.
I feel like there was a lot of vomiting out there yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, it was hot.
Yeah.
I think the change in temperature was pretty dramatic yesterday too. We started, it was like 40 degrees and then got up to around 100 degrees. So, but yeah, I hope, I'm going to come back for sure, after, a second place finish. I kind of have to.
Yeah. Well, that answers one of my questions.
Yeah, but hopefully I can figure this out and be able to finish all the way strong to the end and not have that low point at 12 hours. But I'm happy, and to lose to somebody like Adam Peterman, who's just a beast out there, and be able to share some miles with him. It was definitely cool.
Let's backtrack to sort of the early hours of the race first. The men's race was very different this year from last year. The last time we saw you, you front ran for a good 30 miles last year with Jim Walmsley. And this year it seemed like you were, sharing the lead. Is that sharing the lead and setting the pace? Is that a fair way to assess it?
Well, the French guys, Ludo and Sebastian Speller, they went out pretty hard. They were really crushing the downhills at the beginning, and I just felt like it wasn't sustainable for me. I felt like it was going to blow my quads up, and so I decided to kind of sit back and run my own race. Didn't want to fall into that trap like last year, and I just was focused on that. And then when we got to Robinson Flat, I made a kind of a little move up the climb there up to the aid station. Was able to pass Sebastian, and then soon thereafter the aid station passed Ludo. But yeah, me and Tim Tolleson ran a bit together. Me and Adam actually ran some miles at the beginning together, and I was just really focused on running my own race. And that just happened to be a little slower than last year. I was monitoring, some of my vitals and monitoring my effort. I feel like I paced the first part really, really well, and was hoping that would give me a little bit more energy towards the end, but it didn't. But at least maybe that's why I was able to fight through the hard time though, because I had conserved a little bit.
You weren't so ripped apart.
Yeah, not so ripped apart. I feel pretty ripped apart today, but yeah, it was definitely an improvement on last year, so I can't complain.
You led the race for a good bit there, sort of in the race's middle to going into the final third. Can you talk about, sort of running out front and being chased as opposed to chasing?
Yeah, so I passed Ludo at around 35-ish miles.
Oh, okay, it was earlier than I thought.
Yeah, and then I led from 35 to about 75, so about 40 miles there. And I actually, I was, especially when I went down into El Dorado, I ran into a bear in El Dorado Canyon, by the way. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah,
it was really cool. I was descending down into El Dorado, and I saw a black thing in the trail, and all of a sudden, boom, it crashed through the trees and ran down the mountain. But I was kind of monitoring stuff. I was climbing up out of El Dorado, I was feeling really strong, and I kept trying to hear the cheering, from the bottom, the aid station on the bottom, thinking how far ahead do I have, lead-wise. And I honestly thought, because nobody was telling me where Adam was, I thought I had a 15-minute lead, maybe 20-minute lead. And so when Adam caught me on Cal Street dropping down to the river, I was actually kind of surprised. because I felt like I was having a day. You know, I was like, man, this is gonna be my day. I'm just having a really good day. And then when Adam caught me, I was kind of like, ah, man, like I'm having a day, but I guess
This
he's
guy
having a better
shows
day.
up.
Yeah. So, but that's how it is sometimes, right? Like you do the best that you can, and that's what I did. I give the best I can.
Yeah.
And Adam was just better than me, and I can't control that. You know, maybe there's a little luck involved. You know, you never know. But yeah, it's just what it is, and so I feel happy because I did the best I could.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you had a really great synthesis. Like, as soon as you crossed the line last night, you said on the finish line interview, I had a great day. And it's just, there's a dude who had a slightly better great day.
Yeah, and it's been like that in my career. You know, sometimes like, you know, the whole Hawks versus Miller thing at North Face a few years ago, like, same thing. Like, I had a great day that day, but Zach just had a better day than me. You know, sometimes that happens. But I've also had days where I win, you know, and it's just you do the best you can. You work as hard as you can to prepare for the race, and I did. And I couldn't have been more prepared. But yeah, I'm getting experience. You know, every year I'm getting a little bit more experience, and especially at the 100-mile, I'm getting more experience. And I feel like I'm a lot more consistent with my 100-milers now, and I feel like it's going to pay off in the future.
You're a runner, you're a coach, you're a pretty good study of the sport. Objectively, for a second, what do you think is your maximum potential at Western States?
I think I can win Western States for sure.
How fast do you think you could run this if you didn't have any big issues come up?
Yeah, I think I could go under 15 hours. You know, if it's a cooler year, you know, maybe challenge for the course record. You know, I tend to run better in the colder temperatures. Everybody does, but
well, darn, you picked the wrong race to really like.
but that's the cool thing about West. It's a challenge for me. I grew up in the heat, but for some reason, like my best races have come when it's cold. I guess most people do.
Yeah.
But I don't know why. But like I have a little hard time with the heat. But I'm working on some things to maybe fix that in the future, and I'm gaining some data and different things like that I can. Like you said, I'm a student of the sport. I'm always trying to find ways to get better, and yesterday was a good test and helped me learn some things.
Well, I objectively think you should be proud. You took second at Western States in a pretty competitive field that stayed competitive all the way through.
Yeah, like I said, I'm really proud.
Yeah.
I really am. You know, and I think like all of us, we want to be better.
Yeah.
You know, it's just how it is as elite athletes and anybody. Like you want to try to improve, you want to get better. But I am very proud of the performance.
Yeah.
You know, second place at Western States is no joke, and you know, I'm happy that I was able to represent, you know, my family well, and also represent the state of Utah.
Yeah.
You know, which is really cool. I think it's the best finish by a Utahn ever at Western States, which
Damn, that's awesome.
I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm from Utah. I was hoping to bring the Cougar Trophy back to Utah, but maybe someday.
Maybe someday.
Yep.
On that note, congratulations on your second place finish, and we're about to do the awards over there. So congratulations, or enjoy collecting your buckle.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Hayden.